Welcome to the Bite Size Fitness Show, where we talk all things fitness, nutrition, and habits, and break them down into smaller, more digestible, bite-sized pieces of content for you to enjoy. My name is Sean Bikerick, and I am your host, and in today's episode, I'm going to be giving you 5 foods that are surprisingly low in calories. So I did a recent episode talking about foods that are surprisingly high in calories, which is obviously good information to know, but it's a little bit of a buzzkill. So I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer today. I'm going to give you some good information, some good news, and unlike the last one, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you those 5 foods that are surprisingly low in calories, and also compare it to something that people tend to eat instead, so you can see where the comparison is. Okay, so no particular order here. Number 5, we have cauliflower rice. And this one's definitely an acquired taste. So this one's not going to be for everyone. I'm not a huge cauliflower rice fan, but there's no lying just how beneficial it can be if you enjoy it. It's also super versatile. So cauliflower rice, you're going to get about 1 cup for 25 calories. So 25 calories for 1 cup, which is basically nothing. If you like the taste, that's a steal, right? So you can compare that to something like white rice. 1 cup of white rice is about 206 calories. So almost 10 times the amount of calories in rice compared to cauliflower rice. So if you are able to stand the difference in taste, it's a great substitution. So cauliflower rice instead of white rice, or even brown rice for that matter. Number 4, more on the snack side here, we have rice cakes. So one of those rice cakes is going to give you about 35 calories, and they're big. So that's 1 serving. 1 serving is 1 rice cake, about 35 calories. You need to eat a lot of those to even get over 100 calories. So it can fill you up, a lot of volume to it, and very low in calories, especially when you compare it to something like cracker. Like let's use Triscuit. So Triscuit per serving is about 110 to 120 depending on the Triscuits, whereas rice cakes are 35. So pretty big difference there. If you are a snacker and you like your crackers, it might be worth switching from crackers to rice cakes, and they're more difficult to overeat as well. Okay, so number 4, rice cakes. Number 3, this one's really tough because it depends on how you make it, but I'm going to toss it in there because regardless of how you make it, there's going to be a discrepancy in calories, and that's soup. So soup is number 3. Depending on how you make your soup, it can be anywhere between 80 calories to 400 calories. So if your soup is predominantly a stock, maybe tomato base and a bunch of veggies, you're going to get that soup, an entire serving, in under 100 calories, believe it or not. If you add some protein to it, or some noodles, like a chicken noodle, you're probably looking at around 400 calories. Either way, it's going to fill you up, big serving sizes, pretty low calorie. When you compare it to something like pasta, so pasta, once again, it really depends on how you make it. So the variance here is going to be huge, and you can manipulate the data to kind of support either stance here. But pasta typically is going to be anywhere between 500 calories to 1,000 plus calories. So if you were to go out and order a pasta dish at a restaurant, I guarantee you're probably not going to get that below 1,000 calories, whereas soup, I can almost guarantee you will. Okay, so soup instead of pasta, like I said, that soup's going to drive you between 80 to 400 calories typically per serving, or per bowl, let's say, and pasta, well, anywhere between 500 to 1,000 plus, depending on what you're adding to it. Number 2, Greek yogurt, especially the low or no fat Greek yogurt. Per 1 cup, you're going to get about 80 calories of Greek yogurt per 1 cup. Not only that, but it's also really high in protein. So you got that combo of low protein, or high protein and low calories, always a good trade-off there. You compare that to something like ice cream. So ice cream for 1 cup is going to give you about 300 calories. Now you can even make the Greek yogurt taste better by adding a scoop of protein powder. It's going to bring the calories up a little bit more, but even still will be lower than the ice cream calories. It'll taste just as good, lower calories, much higher protein, much healthier. So Greek yogurt, it's just such a good option for anyone who enjoys ice cream or a little bit of a sweet snack. Okay, so number 2, we have Greek yogurt. And then number 1 is popcorn, especially like the Smart Pop that you can get, that Orville Redenbacher Smart Pop. For an entire bag, they're huge bags. It's only about 240 calories. So you could basically stuff yourself full for 240 calories. Of course, this is assuming you're not adding a ton of butter to it. Okay, so that's the caveat there. You can definitely start to add more calories by doing that. But an entire bag is 240 calories, which is pretty sweet. That's pretty low. And you could share that between 2 or 3 other people and get less than 100 calories. Compare that to something like chips, which people tend to snack on, and really depends on the chips here. Anywhere between, for one bag, anywhere between like 950 to 3,000 calories. So some of the ones that I saw, like one of those big family size bag of Lay's is about 2,400 calories, which is 10 times the amount of calories that you would get from one bag of popcorn. If you want to go on the lower end for chips, something like Pringles. So a box of Pringles is about 912 calories, but the serving sizes are also much smaller there as well. So substituting chips for popcorn can be a game changer. It's going to save you so many calories. Okay, so that's the list. And obviously what I didn't want to do here is include super obvious things. Like I didn't include vegetables. I didn't include like chicken and fish, eggs. Like we all know that kind of stuff. These are things that might be surprising to you, and also wanted to compare them to things that are higher in calories that people tend to snack or eat on instead. So number 5, cauliflower rice instead of white rice or brown rice. Number 4, rice cakes instead of other generic crackers. Number 3, soup instead of pasta. Number 2, Greek yogurt instead of ice cream. Number 1, popcorn instead of chips. Make these changes. It will be a game changer. You'll thank me later. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next episode.